Wait, what did you say? Fruit flies? Yeah, I guess it does if you throw it, but... Oh, I see. You're looking for a way to kill fruit flies. Well, striking them with a hammer never fails, I find. If you... Oh, hello! Pardon me. Time once again for Creepy Cheapies here in the Library of Horror Hotel. Come on in and pull up a coffin and sit down and let me tell you about a horrific thing that I discovered on the mask market for all you Halloweeners and masqueraders and cosplayers and other weirdos out there who appreciate the fine art of Halloween masks. Today's monstrosity is, in fact, a Skeksis. And you might ask, what the heck is a Skeksis? Well, this is a Skeksis. Now, if you don't know, there was a movie way back in 1982 called The Dark Crystal. And it was a very elaborate fantasy movie made with puppets in a sort of alternate fantasy universe. Okay? And the Skeksis were the bad guys. And there's a whole race of them. They all look pretty similar to this. They're not identical like Daleks or Cybermen would be. They're more different than that. But they all have roughly this sort of vulture-y, bird-like look. Now, the particular mask you're looking at here happens to be specifically intended to be the Skeksis Chamberlain. Chamberlain. The Chamberlain of the Skeksis. And now, again, the movie came out right at the end of 1982. And in the 1983 Don Post Studios mask catalog, there was, in fact, an entire line of masks. There were 3 different ones based on Dark Crystal, the movie. And the 1983 Don Post masks included a Skeksis, as well as Aughra, who is kind of like... If Yoda had a ornery hillbilly grandmother, she would be kind of like Aughra. Yeah. And finally, the Pod Peasant, who was not a big hit because they're not very interesting characters and they don't look especially interesting. But the Skeksis were the cool ones. Now, I think this guy is better than the Don Post Skeksis from 1983 because his mouth is open, which gives him a more enthusiastic and crazy look. Not to mention the fact that you can play with it like a puppet. Hey, kids! Hey, Mr. Skeksis. Yes? Yeah. Are you from Texas? Why, no! Why not? But I'm a big, obnoxious, vulture-looking guy from Dark Crystal. You could wear me with part of a Halloween costume, you know? Yeah, and what would they wear with you, Mr. Skeksis? A robe, you idiot. Yeah, okay. Now, the Skeksis characters tend to wear robes. They're fun bad guys because they're always shouting and they're obnoxious and like rude and noisy and flailing about. They're very overly dramatic, cartoonish bad guys. Now, if you're wondering why a new mask came out in 2025 from a movie based in 1982-83, well, some 35 years after the movie, some folks at Netflix financed a series for streaming, and you could watch Dark Crystal, what was it called? Dark Crystal Age of Resistance. That was it, sure. But it only lasted 1 season. It was terribly expensive, and I can't even imagine how complicated and how elaborate and involved it was to produce and create this whole fantasy world for the Dark Crystal. And I think with the movie and the series, everybody thought at the time they were going to have like the next Star Wars on their hands and there would be a billion zillion fans watching. But for whatever reason, maybe it's a little too weird because there aren't any human characters, strictly human. All the characters are these strange puppet creations of one kind or another. The closest thing to humans are the Gelflings, and they're pretty puppety too, you know. They're not uppity, they're just puppety. But the beaky guys here, a lot of fun. But anyway, the series just didn't draw in enough viewers to justify the Netflix people paying the enormous amount of money it would take to do further series. Now, maybe there will be more Dark Crystal down the line, but so far there's only been the 1982, end of 1982 movie, and then the more recent Dark Crystal limited series. I think there were 10 episodes, I believe, of the series. And it is spectacular looking, just an amazing technical achievement, incredible, the sets and the props. And you got to remember, everything had to be fabricated for Dark Crystal, because it doesn't take place in an Earth setting. It takes place in this weird alternate fantasy kingdom. But anyway, why am I excited about this mask, other than the fact that you can use it as a puppet, as previously demonstrated? Other than that, the amazing thing about it, and you better sit down before I tell you this, okay? But I'm talking $20, $25. This thing costs $20, $25. What? It's amazing. The paint is worth $20 or $25, even if it didn't have the latex to hold the molecules of paint together. It's amazing that for that low price, you can get this from the people at Fun Costumes, aka fun.com. And you can tell he's having fun, can't you? He looks fun. He looks like he's having fun right now, doesn't he? He enjoys being on Creepy Cheapies, you can tell. Look at this thing. 20 or 25 bucks, really? And it's the quality is as decent as really any other typical Halloween mask right now. The sculpture is beautiful. I don't know if you can tell, he's got these little, the teeth all actually protrude and stick out like they should. His tongue has depth to it. It's just amazing. And there's even a bit of scraggly, nasty hair stuck on top and on the back, just like on the Skeksis puppets, because that's what they are basically, on the show. So amazing, I think, that you can get a thing like this for that low of a price in 2025. Just astounding. So you don't have to go to Texas to get a Skeksis. No, indeed. And well, until next time, I think I'll head on out of here now before I get splattered with an end screen.